Anyway, holy, whew, it's been a couple of weeks. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're not actually,
This week.
or yeah, we're doing something a little bit different this week. As you noticed, we got the little Discord thing going on, just so that way we can at least tell who's speaking, for once. Everything's a bit louder. Thank Christ. I turned that up. Pretty much. Back to the what was it? The old photo, because I lost the other one. Because I don't know how to compute. So
That's all right.
You're a loser.
We should ask.
yeah. Thanks, Mike. I'm a loser.
Do our one subscriber, do they want the old photo, or do they want the new photo, or do they want alternating photos of different kinds? Just that one subscriber, let us know.
Also, hello, I am Justin.
Hi. Yeah, let's friggin' introduce ourselves.
Okay.
I'm Josh. That was Justin.
I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Brody,
Nice to
and
meet
we're
you
the
all.
backyardigans.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding.
Dude,
I'm okay with this.
Dude, calling our
Oh,
fucking childhood. I'm totally okay with that.
I actually never watched that when I was a kid.
You did not miss anything except for the utter and complete confusion that was Shaniqua. Was
Is that the hippo one?
No, that was the weird ladybug own creation. Whatever the fuck his name was. He's the old pink guy.
Oh,
I ruined
okay.
the monetization, sorry. You might just have to start bleeping things out with the SpongeBob dolphin sound effect. Every time somebody swears.
I'm actually okay with that. I'll fucking do that. Like,
Okay, good.
oh man.
So
Anyway.
welcome
That was the Uniqua. Oh
and
god,
welcome
that's
to my new house. It's a pleasure to have all you here. This is my coffee table. This is my my living room, my bar, my kitchen. That's where I would put my computer if I had one.
If I had one.
Yeah, if I had one, I would put it there, but I don't have one, so I can't.
Yeah, no,
so
that's
did like a tactical nuke just destroy your computer or something?
I feel like the UPS guy just fucking had played baseball with it or something, and then magically put it back together to where it didn't look broken, because everything still looks intact. So I don't know what's broken inside of it, but I can't get it to work on anything. I even
Yeah.
paid the guy just to use his monitors.
Oh
And
my
then he
god.
looked inside. And he didn't even charge me anything, because he's like, I have no idea what the hell's wrong with this thing, so just take it. And good luck, he said. I was like, okay, thanks.
Oh
Good luck
my god.
to me. Oh yeah, so I moved. I'm in
Yeah.
Ontario now. I got my job at Chapman's already, and I'm done. I basically
Woo!
am.
Working
I'm
at the factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no.
My only is
I think that's pretty
You know what?
cool.
I'm
Working
not
at
gonna I'm not gonna complain about anything because I haven't worked there yet, but it looks pretty solid. I'm not allowed to eat any peanuts on the day that I work, even if I'm working nights, which makes sense. And
yeah, it makes sense.
I'm not allowed to bring peanuts to work at all. It's actually a
Yeah, it
fine
makes
offense.
sense.
The lady on the phone was very adamant about this, right? She said,
Well, it's because then
"Show up
they
with
can't have.
peanuts." No. This is a story. So she said, "Don't show up with peanuts," and I said, "Well, that's pretty clear." And she's like, "No. Let me finish. If you show up with peanuts, you're fired. If you've eaten peanuts today and somebody gets sick from it, you're fired. If you go to the Amazon and discover a new brand type of peanuts and bring it to work, fuck you, you're fired." And she said that over the phone. I was like, okay, I got it.
Did she? Oh my god. Did she
No
actually? Did she
peanuts.
actually say the last one?
Yeah. Well,
Oh my
I also-
god.
So I've known. Well, I don't know the owners, but I know who the owners are. So anyway,
Yeah. No.
there
Exactly.
was that whole thing.
But like that does actually make a lot of sense though, because you're working at a factory, of course, which mass produces fucking ice cream.
Food,
So,
yeah. Peanuts in Canada are very strict.
I also
I'm okay
I
with
mean,
it.
I think they brand themselves as it's made in a peanut-free factory.
It's
That's
a peanut free.
well, they have two separate buildings, and one building is for their peanut stuff, and it's shipped in two separate trucks and everything.
oh, okay, I gotcha.
It's much better than them saying, yeah, it's peanut free, and then just like throwing peanuts in it and giving people fucking heart attacks and whatever the fuck
So
else.
I went down. I didn't have to do this, but I went down today because I'm a big Power Bar guy, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like my peanut butter, and I bought a container, and I put all of my peanut products into that container, and it's in my cupboard, in a container separated from my other lunch foods. So
Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty good. No, that's actually Good idea. Yeah,
But
because
yeah, good job. I start Tuesday, so
hell yeah. No,
I've
good.
got
Yeah.
feet on the ground.
Fuck yeah. Good job, man. Freaking.
Only
I can
took
tell.
me
I
a
can
week.
tell. Yeah, I can tell
Moving
Ontario's
across
treating you pretty
Canada.
well.
It took me a week to move across Canada, so that's pretty good timing.
Yeah, and you still
Yeah.
don't have most of your things though, eh? Because you need your other monitors sent
Well,
out.
I was gonna say the only casualty of war was the computer, but I have this laptop, so it's not like I'm completely disconnected, and I have my Switch, so I'm not bored. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're-
no,
we're good.
absolutely.
We're basically good. And yes, before everybody asks, I did my 2 weeks of self quarantine. Okay, I'm still here. I'm in the house until Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good though. Well, at least you were able to do that. Oh fuck, I'm just hoping my fucking job opens up their lobby for once,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we should have opened up our lobby like about a month or two ago.
Man, you know what? I wasn't in the car, but I was on the phone with my aunt while she was ordering A&W because she's been buying all my groceries for me.
Yep.
And the fucking lady, I have never seen this before, but when she did it, I was like, that's a great idea. We were, I think, 60 cents to the dollar. Like, we had to pay 60 cents to get to the dollar. And she's like, would you like to round it up to an even number and donate to MS? And my aunt's like, fuck yeah, I would. It's just 60 cents. That's way better than asking me to donate to a charity. Just be like, round it up to the nearest dollar. You're fucking good to go. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no, yeah,
It
I
made
think
a lot
that's a
of
good
sense.
idea.
Oh yeah.
She made it sound convenient, is what it was. What I meant. So when you're working the drive-through, Josh, and you have to do a donation thing, maybe just bring it up as a convenience. Like, you could bring this up to the
Yeah.
nearest dollar for your
Yeah.
change if you
Well, actually,
donate to MS.
that's what I did. That's what other people did at the two other previous A&Ws that I worked at. They most often donated towards MS.
Right,
So
but
because
did-
that's their
but did
primary
they-
foundation. So
But what I'm saying is they don't always make it sound convenient, right? They ask you if you want to donate to MS, but they never say the words, would you like to round it to the nearest dollar for your convenience to donate
Yeah.
to MS?
actually, most people actually from the other two places that I worked at, that's what they actually did.
Oh,
for the
so they
most
actually asked.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just saying that they
Yeah.
supported MS. Which
I
we
think
are.
that I think it's like in their till systems, just round to the nearest dollar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in their till system. So.
I'm just saying it's great, and that's what some people should consider.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I completely agree.
Because I would have done it, and I usually don't donate to MS every time I go. But like she said that, and even on the phone, I was like, that sounds like a pretty fucking good deal.
No, it's a good idea. It's definitely a really good idea
Yeah.
for that sort of stuff.
So we missed like 3 weeks of things that we need to talk about. And
Yeah,
some
there's
are
a
good,
lot.
some are bad. Some are they might piss you off. Some of them might make you happy. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna start with the oldest news. Have any of us? I haven't been here, so excuse me for asking. Have any of us played Grounded? The game.
No.
where you shrink yourself
No,
down?
I heard about it.
I've
looks-
'Cause I haven't
watched a
watched
bit
it.
of a
It's
playthrough.
Yeah.
All right.
I-
See, I was gonna
well-
buy it and talk about it on the podcast, and then I lost my computer, so I couldn't.
I'd say at the moment, wait, because it has a very limited story option to it.
Yeah. And it's like essentially the way it kind of what it looked like. It almost looked like the forest sort of idea, just different
You're
setting.
in a back,
Well,
you're
I'm
in a
looking-
backyard.
I'm scrolling down to the games that are like this, and they've got Raft, Satisfactory, 7 Days to Die. There's Ark over here. Forest is on here. Rust.
Oh.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, it's like
they
a
all got together.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure the way Steam uses it's like this sort of system is mainly based upon the
tags.
tags. Yeah.
So I would say it's a lot closer if you've seen any footage of the
I watched Mark
forest.
play it.
I have. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I get
Yeah, it looks a lot like that. Just instead of trees, you're using like grass and all like that, and
Yeah.
instead of cannibals, it's insects.
Ants and giant spiders and aphids,
and Ladybugs.
Yeah, it's pretty much like
ladybugs. Yes.
I feel like it's more like Bugs Like Simulator, pretty much.
I don't know why, but there's a Battletoad figurine in the Grounded trailer.
Oh, really?
noticed that.
Because it's
Huh.
being made by Xbox Studios.
That's a good point. Hey, you know what? On the topic of Battletoads, they dropped a trailer for Battletoads today.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna be on
There's
Steam.
usually 5 of us that play video games together, but it's a 3-player game, so I don't know. It
It's
might have
always
to be
been that way,
2.
so
I
I'm
know.
not gonna complain.
I just think it's
Yeah.
funny that everybody always wants more players, right? They want
Yeah.
the ability to play with 5 or 6 friends, and then games are like, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, or 27, and you're like, well, how am I gonna fill a 27?
Exactly. Well,
How
exactly.
am I
Like you
supposed
got
to do that?
like you got games that you got games like Call of Duty, which are pretty much like, oh, you can have up to freaking 10 people in your lobby and certain multiplayer stuff, and on the battle royale side, it goes to a maximum of 4, nobody else.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't just have 5 players. Like, it'll go from
Man,
like
you could invite all 6 or 8 of your friends onto a Team Fortress 2 server. You could fucking have a Terraria server, Minecraft server. Like, kids grew up playing with like 8 or 6 friends. I'm just saying, we didn't grow up with 4. I don't know why everybody decided it would be
Destiny has 3 to 6, 3 to 8, actually.
6. 6 is the gold number. Just saying, 6 is a great number.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think so. But it's like
it's the rule of Dungeons and Dragons. If you can put 6, you do 6. But Battletoads got dropped today. It's just a trailer. I don't know if they have voice actors.
I'm probably gonna wait before I buy it, but I'm kind of considering it.
Yeah.
Also, depending on price and blah blah blah.
I'd have to quickly check something. Luckily,
August
I'm
20th is when it comes out. So
oh yeah. Speaking of August,
I know.
the freaking Risk of Rain update, or Risk of Rain 2, I should say, full game comes out August 11th. Hell yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of stoked for the to get the captain.
I want to try them so bad.
I do
Oh, yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah, I definitely will be there for that.
Yep,
we're sorry,
Yeah.
Brody.
I'm not.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, no. Oh,
that's a big ouch.
ooh.
What?
Oh, could destroy all humans came out.
Yeah.
If you pre-ordered, you got a
Skin pack.
skin pack. If you didn't, it's $13.50 Canadian.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And did that come out this week or last week?
Last
Tuesday.
week?
Tuesday, but if you pre-ordered it, it's like you were able to play like Sunday or something.
Oh, actually, speaking of
That's
that,
cool.
this is a weird fucking thing that there's a game why are you not opening? Thank you. There's a weird game that I really want, and I've been playing it before. It's by the same people who made like whatever those jail games are called, the Escapist and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Survivalists, and I played the demo for it, but now it's on a pre-order. And just the weird shit is, if you pre-order it, you get some skin. If you buy the deluxe edition, you get 3 days early access beta, plus the art book, plus the soundtrack, and then the hats.
But no skin.
But it's like, I'm very surprised that they put the 3-day early access beta on the deluxe edition instead of just adding that to the pre-order thing.
Justin, I should talk to you about the Avengers.
Oh my god, I saw that and I was
If you
like,
get to-
at it.
If you pre-order it, you get access to the get access to the beta that starts on the PS4. You get access to the beta on on the 8th, and then it goes into a closed beta later for PC and Xbox, and then at the end of the month, it goes into open beta, and then you get like early access to when the game goes live, I believe. You get 72 hours early access.
Oh.
No, yeah, 3 days early access to the game if you pre-order the deluxe editions.
That's weird. Honestly, I'm getting Survivalists when it comes out just because it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna
just-
lie,
I don't-
I've seen stuff on that Avengers game. I'm not into it. I don't care for it, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, from what I'm getting,
that's
it's
the thing
getting.
with me was I was looking at it and I was like, first of all, I don't care to play any of these people. Second of all, it's like yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look very good to me.
They don't have the right Avengers in the Avengers game. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It feels.
They
Kind
did just announce Hawkeye and I'm being called. So sorry about that.
That's cool. Whatever. They can announce whatever the fuck they want.
Oh yeah. From what I'm getting, it's supposed to be like a pseudo beat 'em up Halo clone kind of thing.
I thought it's supposed. To, I thought it was
Not
supposed to be like
Halo.
Diablo.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a Diablo, but
It's
not.
it's not that. It's the fact that it's not that I don't like about it. It's the fact that every time I enter a new Marvel game, it feels like it's the same fucking storyline, but it's just a different villain. Like I have yet to see a video game do a different storyline with a Marvel game. Like you could play through the new Spider-Man game that they released last year, and it's still the fucking same type of story as when they released back in 2004. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they just don't know how to write a better superhero story in a video game. I don't know what it is. Because Marvel vs. Capcom, I was like, it's the same fucking storyline.
Yeah.
Some big bad villain's gonna do something, so you're gonna rely on another big bad villain because he's one of our cult favorites. It's probably Ultron, and we're gonna go ahead and fight Ultron for a 400 millionth time on a different video game. Ultron was the villain in the fucking arcade games. Come on.
I appear to also, so I'm just looking through Steam. I appear to have found sort of a. I don't. It seems like a Pokemon clone again. Kind of a little different.
Everybody's
Monster
fucking
Crown.
like it. Yeah.
And it's kind of different, but it's not.
Listen, I mean, I like my fair share of clones as well. Oh fuck, that really does look like it's just ripping up Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
I
literally.
said on
just-
Monster Crown. Wow, it's so impressive. Oh, somebody's live
Yeah.
streaming. Should I go
I
ahead
just-
go live?
I just saw it, so I was like, oh, okay.
This
But yeah,
guy's
it's
got
essentially a
cow. This
Pokemon.
guy's fighting. What is this? Some kind of dilapidated lizard fucking looking thing?
Probably.
It looks like Pokemon, but it plays like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty cool.
Monster Crown, yeah. Yeah,
15
so
bucks.
It looks like Pokemon, but it plays like Final Fantasy. I like that. That's a cool addition. That's a cool mashup. I mean, it's just you could argue that Mystery Dungeon did that too, but who fucking knows?
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, they're
This is
welcome to it.
something I saw.
I'm always down for like seeing what a Pokemon clone looks like or whatever. But I'm telling you guys, I'm still working on that fucking game. It's for Pokemon, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't shit on people who make a clone. It's a very easy system to manipulate. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a very easy and a very bare bones.
yeah. The difference, and I can't emphasize this enough. After doing research for my game, I think the difference between Pokemon and all the other shows or all the other games is Pokemon had a pretty damn good TV show, and they had some 3D, spin-offs on the N64 that gave those fucking things a real personality, right? They just weren't pixels. And I feel like that's why everybody connected to it way more. Because they could watch the show, play the game, play Stadium, do whatever they want on the GameCube and be like, whoa, look at this personality. I didn't know it could do that, or I didn't know that it made those sound effects or whatever, right? So I think that's why they're going to be on top for a while. It's going to take a while. Bakugan was a new game.
Oh yeah, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, I saw some gameplay trailer and I saw it and I was like, this looks like shit. So you both send out your Bakugan, right? This is what we saw. You send out your Bakugan, and then the two trainers or whatever the fuck they're called will run around in a circle around the two Bakugan who are fighting, so you don't control them. And you throw shit at the opposite Bakugan to try and take it out. And it's like, well, what's the fucking point of collecting these things if I'm the one who has to throw shit at them and take it out?
Hell?
What the fuck? Like, what? No, I want my giant frog demon to be able to fight that ugly ass dragon. Because they're the only two I remember. They had a gross dragon and some type of frog. I haven't seen that show in fucking years.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. Like it didn't last long at all. Like, was it like?
Well, neither did well, you know what else is a really good game that came out in elementary school that we haven't seen for a while? Chaos.
Chaos.
Oh my god! Holy shit! That was
It
the card
so
game, right?
good. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then they played it inside of a computer, and they would turn into that
the
legendary
monsters.
monster or whatever, and they
Yeah.
fight. Fuck, it was so. It was the fast-paced game. I'll tell you. In cards, fast-paced shit.
Oh my.
Yeah, I remember
growing up as a kid.
looking at that.
You got the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Bakugan, the fucking Chaos, Pokemon, Digimon, you fucking name it. We had it. It was all there at our
Yeah.
age.
Yep.
God, it was all at once too.
Ah, fuck it. I remember, what was it? What's that fucking one where he fucking... No, because I had a bunch of them where he shot fucking marbles or some shit.
Oh, I know what you're
Down
talking
pits.
about.
Fucking
Yeah.
Pokemon. That was what it was called. I remember that.
I actually had the toys for those.
Yeah, so did I. Like, that's what I was
Fucking-
talking about. Like,
You
that...
got those and you got Beyblades. Yeah, no, there was a
Yeah.
ton of shit. So but Pokemon somehow nailed it. I don't know what they did. I think it's because it was an anime and not a
First
Western.
in its market too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. It was not only was it the first in its market, but I think it's because they were an anime, and they had the Japanese culture backing it, and the other games where they
And it,
had
yeah, and
the
I,
Western Japanese backing it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't so good, and you're like, this is kind of shit. I'm kind of bored. This show sucks. And then you go back to Pokemon, and you're like, wow, I really like this. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's a weird.
No, that
weird,
is actually really weird.
I think it also helps
I think
that
I
they
still
had
the personality, right? Because you learn so much about the other different kinds of Pokemon when you watch the show versus playing the video game. Like when you play the video game, you get two sentences where they're like, "Oh, it's a Vulpix. She gets to control fire," and you're like, "That's cool, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that." And then you see it in the anime, and they're doing all this cool flips and shit, and she summons balls of fire instead of fire, and you're like, "Whoa, hang on a second. This is way cooler than what the video game put as two sentences. This is fucking amazing." I
or you
want this
use
on my game.
the or you use the manga where they're actually killing the Pokemon almost.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know about that one. That one's always. I have the manga. I bought it for the game for research, but I don't know. It's fucking weird. You know what else I got back into, Michael? Here's a blast in the past because I'm making this Pokemon dice game. I bought the Diamond Pearl manga, whatever the fuck it's called, where you follow around that kid who grew up in the jungle. Yeah, that really bad one. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad, but it's actually kind of funny. Sometimes because they show off the personality a little more, and that's why I keep doing this because I want to see how to get the right feel because I do believe it's because you could see the personality of these fucking things. I think it's why I like Pokemon XD and Coliseum so much is because I get way more personality out of the sprites than I do in any other game.
Don't forget.
It was the first game actually where I discovered that Starmie had two sides to it and they would turn. It was when I played Stadium, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It blew my mind as a kid.
So don't forget, Ash also only won like half of his badges.
Listen, not only did he only win half of his badges, he lost the fucking Elite Four. He didn't even go to the Elite Four. You didn't see Lance in the show. He fought some cheap knockoff Lance in the Orange Islands, who also just so happened to have a Dragonite. I'm just saying. Ash never fought Lance until after Johto. I've just thrown it out there. And the only good fight was when he fought Cynthia in the Diamond and Pearl show. Because Cynthia was fucking amazing in that show. But, you know, Josh doesn't care about any of this. He doesn't understand.
No, well, I never grew up with that as a kid. I'm trying to I'm trying to grasp onto that.
You know what you did grow up with, Josh?
What?
I bet you grew up with Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And I bet you heard they're remaking it on Netflix.
You're bringing it up the sad
They're
news.
rebooting Shark Boy and Lava Girl on Netflix with the original director. I don't know if they have the same cast, but the director said he wanted to come back, so he's making it. I gotta pull up his name.
Oh,
if my internet will
hell.
pull up.
Oh, I can't believe that. Like, when I first heard about that, I thought to myself, like, this really cannot be real. Like, what year is this? Like,
2020.
Like, as if 2020 could not get any worse, they had to drop a Shark Boy and Lava Girl reboot. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like really bad in a good way though, kind of like what Shark Boy and Lava Girl was just really bad, but in a good way. And those
It was
like
Robert Rodriguez.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. I remember.
And they're apparently appearing as parents.
Parents. If George Lopez isn't in this, I'm not going to see it. Like,
It's fucking familiar.
George
I don't know.
Lopez will probably be.
Dude, is he still?
Oh, yes, he is, I believe.
God, what a time. George Lopez is still alive in 20.
yeah,
You have to think the guy who played Shark Boy turned into be the werewolf from Twilight.
You know what? Okay, first off, he's still alive and still acting. That's fucking good for George Lopez. And I looked that up because I was like, I was watching Chicago PD, and I was like, fuck, this one kid from Shark Boy and Lava Girl kind of looks like somebody else who's in the show. So I had to Google it, and I'm like, oh no, it's just the fuckhead from Twilight. That's who he is. That's what I remember.
Wow. You,
Yeah.
you labeled him as the fuckhead from Twilight.
I mean,
Which
the guy
one?
who plays Edward is being our Batman in, I think, 2 years. I think it got pushed back.
Fucking,
I'm
what's his name? Robert Pattinson? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But it's like people said,
But
to be Batman,
Amanda's not
you
here
need that jawline. And
Amanda's-
he has it.
Amanda's not here to fucking defend it, but I'm just saying the guy from 2.5 Men, who is also Lex Luthor on fucking Smallville, is playing Lex Luthor again. And every time he shows up on screen, I'm like, I can't unsee you. It's the guy from fucking 2.5 Men. I'm sorry, you're doing a big evil speech, but I'm like,
You
dude,
talking, what's his name? Charlie Sheen?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
No,
God, the brother, the lame one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name. But...
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's
plays
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
What?
What
He
the
was
fuck?
Lex Luthor in Smallville, wasn't he?
I have
He
no
was in
idea.
Smallville, which apparently
Michael
also made a
Rosenbaum.
comeback. Yeah, that's exactly who it is. Yeah, he was Lex Luthor in both shows, but he was young Lex Luthor in Smallville, so it made sense.
Yeah.
So like, let's bring him back in this TV show. I'm like, really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
You're gonna bring that back? Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
He's
Also,
no, never mind. I lied. He did not play Lex
Yeah.
Luthor in Smallville.
yeah. Also, I fucking love the segue where you took from like childhood to like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Fuck. Like I
We
just
were
can't...
we were children when that movie came out.
No, we were.
Yep.
Yeah.
He took my
You were in-
dream journal. I fucking
Oh my God.
I love that
The
so much.
fucking memes that came out of that.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
movie is still relevant today. It's
Oh.
the giant. There's another meme or Vine where somebody said something. I can't remember what was it. He fucking said something just disgusting, and then the giant clock, electric villain, whatever the fuck his name is, he turns around, he starts laughing. It's so good. It's such a peak meme, but it's so that in the Dream Journal, the ear rape version where you can't hear anything for 2 days after it.
Oh, Christ.
That one's good.
Whoever thought ear rape was a good meme needs to like reevaluate their life.
They're probably the same people who knew listen to nothing but bass.
Oh, probably.
Ouch.
Literally, I was
That hurt.
outside today closing some blinds, and literally just down the road, I had my headphones in, I was listening to something on my phone, and literally all I heard is at, like the bottom of the fucking street as going by, and like my mom looked over too, and everything. Like, Jesus Christ, I can hear your bass from all the way up here.
Listen,
Oh,
some
fuck.
people would make the argument they just like to feel the music, Justin.
Oh my
And those
fucking
people
God.
have
I need to
fucking-
drive off a cliff.
Oh,
Uh,
it makes me so fucking glad that I ended up moving out, because shortly after, I mean, my little brother was still living with my parents at the time, but he had like a fucking nice ass subwoofer system. We're talking like THX, like a full on THX subwoofer, and it would rattle the house.
Yep.
Because of how powerful it was. And
It
he would
was,
he'd have that shit on full blast too. He'd have it connected to an actual amp, which is connected to his TV, and it works.
It makes sense to me.
So
I understand why people like bass, but
I have-
pumping it too much is stupid.
I have bass headphones for my music, and that's it, and that's all they're used for. So we're gonna keep things on track, I guess. I watched a YouTuber called Arlo. I think Justin's seen him with the.
Oh, I
Origami
love Arlo.
Studios.
Possibly.
He
Oh,
talks about
God.
how the completely terrifying interview with the two Nintendo
Oh,
heads.
bad.
whatever
Yeah,
their
the
name
guy
is.
who made my ears bleed.
Yeah, Arlo.
Yeah, him.
He's a good YouTuber. I don't mind him. And fuck,
His voice just, I don't like
made-
him.
yeah.
He made some good fucking points though. He did point out that I don't know if it's a good idea for people who work on Mario to say that there is no longer any creative possible ways of making new villains in the Paper Mario franchise. And I was like, that seems
I
kind
think
of
they said they actually, like, they can't. Nintendo said they're not allowed.
yeah, but that's what he
The
means.
company.
The company used the exact words: "We are no longer allowed." It wasn't possible, allowed to make new villains, and I was like, "Oh." So he made a new video the other day called
Oh
"Nintendo
God,
Silence is Deafening." I don't know if you've seen that, Michael.
I
But
saw it, and my
he makes
thing
some good
is,
fucking points.
he made some good points, but it's also along the lines of this: they don't owe us anything.
So his
They,
point, by the way, his point is that both Sony and Microsoft have announced the new Xbox, and they're announcing like 800 new fucking games or whatever. And Nintendo has given us nothing but Pokemon and Paper Mario this year, apparently, other than some indie games,
But-
right?
Yeah.
but it's a different thing because they're launching newer systems, so they're releasing new hardware, in
And
which
they're
in turns,
releasing new games to sell the hardware. No, I get.
yeah, and it's
I
they
get
need
that.
the new software.
He does touch on that, but what he's saying is Nintendo not saying that they're working on something, because they're obviously working on something. But he's
They
saying that
are.
Nintendo not telling us that they're working on something is definite. And it's
But
definite because
it's
they're not telling us what to expect for the holiday season. And it's fucking there. It's August, guys. It's August tomorrow.
it's August, but it's also it's August though. That's the other thing. If they want to announce something for that time, especially with how the world is now,
Oh yeah.
they've got to do it kind of in September when they know they'll have these games in 2 months instead of doing the Cyberpunk 2077 that was supposed to be out in April. It's now coming out was supposed to come out in September. I think now was pushed back to November.
Holy
It's just
shit.
he made a good point when he said that they don't have to give us a new system because the Switch is the fucking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
the
Switch.
PS5.
Yeah, all they need to do is
Fuck you.
power it up a
Xbox
bit.
5 or PlayStation 5 and new Xbox.
Yeah,
I
and
have
they're-
a mobile stationary system that has a
Like,
good battery
yeah.
life. Fuck whatever you're making. I love this thing.
Yeah,
Do that.
honestly, with how popular the Switch is, literally people bitching for the fucking rest of their lives that, oh, this isn't on Switch. Why the fuck would they make another one?
Yeah.
They're gonna waste their money.
And he makes
Yeah.
it good. However, I added on to that. I said if they were to make a new Switch, hang on, I actually wrote this down. So instead, this is what I think should be on the new Switch if they make a new Switch. Okay, here it is. You keep the Switch the way it is. That's number one. Don't change anything.
More powerful,
Yeah. You
Yep.
gotta make it more powerful graphics wise.
like Mike said.
You gotta have a little bit more memory, which is fine. It has to be, and I fucking hate this. It has to be Bluetooth compatible. I'm sorry. How is the
yeah.
not
Yeah,
adding
I can
Bluetooth to the
agree.
fucking-
I can agree
It's
with
a
that.
system
Well-
that you can have in front of you. It has a headphone jack. It's a system that can either sit in front of you or across the room in your TV, and you don't have Bluetooth
I
compatibility.
think that's because I want to say the Joy Cons are connected through a Bluetooth kind of
And
system.
I get that, but like, I shouldn't have to plug in my Bluetooth headset and look for a Bluetooth headset that has the headphone jack so it can connect to the headphone jack. I should just be able to connect my Bluetooth headphones to it, and that would be really great too. But I don't know what their meaning is, so I think that's what they got to do. Then there needs to be more quality of life. Like, we need more backgrounds. We only have two. We have light mode and dark mode, and that's it. I have more
Like what
background
they did
options.
with the 3DS and make you pay for
Yeah.
it.
That's fine by me too. I'd pay for it. I'd have more background options. But
Like
you know what
50
else?
cents back.
I have more background options on the 3DS and on the Switch in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate than I do on the Switch itself. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I have way more background options on that video game than I do my console.
Jeez. Holy.
And I think they need to make, and this is just my own fucking little pet peeve because I hate it. They need to make optional Joy-Cons with bigger buttons. So
Yeah, they're pretty fucking small. I'll have to.
you get used to
agree
them,
with
but
that.
like, fuck, you don't get used to them at the same time.
Well, yeah, that's kind of that's kind of how I felt when since
It would
because
also
yeah,
be
'cause-
nice to have like a portable charger with it. I know you could buy one, but it
Oh,
should
yeah.
just come with the portable charger because you can unplug the main power source of the big brick and take that with you. But it's got such a big power box that you can't fly with it in your underneath bag. And You can't fucking, you can't leave it on the train or take it to your grandma's and forget it, because then your whole system's fucked. Right?
Well, and the great thing is too is that it's USB-C pretty much to plug it in and charge it, which most cell phones nowadays do come with USB-C. Like hell, mine does. So,
most, not all of them, but most.
Well, most newer phones definitely do come with a USB-C, because that's what I've got for my phone. But I have it plugged into a wireless charger just because it's like a little dock that's just sitting on my desk and it's fucking handy. So that's kind of the thing. But I think it should kind of come with like a portable charger for sure. But even if they charge a little bit more just to have that added on to it would be pretty neat. So
I think, like I said, they shouldn't change the Switch itself. They should only improve on it, right? The Switch Lite is cool. It's only portable. You can take it wherever you want. That was a cool, neat idea. I get why they did it. But now we need something for the people who don't like to take it places.
Switch Plus.
Yeah.
Switch Heavy.
The DS, the DS Lite, the 3DS,
Well,
the 3DS Lite. Like, come on.
that's why I think they're gonna wait a couple of years and then they're just gonna do a more powerful Switch.
I think that's all they have to do. Honestly, this is peak. Like, they can have this for 10 years at this point.
Because
if they add the Bluetooth compatibility, you're looking at another 2 years, because everything's coming out with Bluetooth. Nothing's doing cords anymore, right? Everything's
so if I remember, because I remember when they was the rumors about them having the Switch Lite, which was the rumors of the less powered only handheld, which turned the Switch Lite. There was also rumors of a more powerful Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they said turn that down. And they said no, that one was just rumor. We're not working on anything like that. It's pretty much because, hey, we don't want to basically make the system we just released like Sony and Xbox. And hey, let's just a few years down the road, here's a more powerful version that you probably want to use instead.
Yeah.
Let's just keep this out till it's
until
3, 4, or 5 years down the road.
Yeah, 3-4 years down the road when they start losing sales to the new consoles and all their new exclusives, and then Switch is like, oh, surprise, we got this new game. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. And you get Breath of the Wild 2 with it, and there you go. It's the new console. Enjoy.
I think that's the other.
Nintendo can fucking do that too. Just saying.
It's also the other thing with Nintendo. Nintendo's also smart. When they do announce games, they say, hey, it's coming out in this time frame. Or unlike, and they don't give it an actual release date.
Yeah, you know what?
So
the only thing that is even close to Nintendo that does an actual release date is Pokemon. But it's because it's every year, so in fucking November. Every main game they have comes out in November. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think
they do like what they did with the Pokemon coffee, where they're like, it uploads today. Go fucking buy it. It's here.
Yeah, that's what that's what I hate about a lot of like game devs now, especially because they just push like an exact release date, but then they have to push it like further back in the year. Just so that way they can live up to something, because they push themselves too far.
Because I wouldn't be surprised in their original plan for 2020, Metroid Prime 4 or something of that sort, until it got delayed by
hated it. Started hiring more people who worked on games like that to fucking work. Like, did you hear this?
They changed developers, and it's like that's why like last year.
And then those developers hired people who worked on fucking Call of Duty. They worked on fucking. I think they got a couple guys who worked on Fortnite, and then they also got a couple guys who worked on. It's another Metroid like game. I think they got a couple guys who worked on the Halo franchise too, and they got all these people who worked on previous games that are sort of like Metroid to come in and perfect it, really perfect it. I really like that. So.
Yeah, Retro. It's also in good hands because it's in the people who now actually did the original 3 instead of a side company.
I was gonna say I miss Scott Cawthon because he did Five Nights at Freddy's and his release dates were great. His release dates were, oh fuck, here's a new game. All right, there you go. I uploaded to Steam, forgot to tweet about it. It's here, everybody buy it.
Yeah,
here's all these teasers online. Oh fuck, here's the game.
Yeah, he's like, here's the and the teasers are secret. I actually dropped the game a week ago. I'm just promoting the game. And I uploaded a week ago. Fuck, that game sold like hotcakes when he did that. He was like, "Hey guys, you want my new game? It's here. Come over and buy it." And they just swarmed. It was like the
Remember when
SpongeBob
he released
where they
4
go,
games in less than 2 years?
"Yes."
Pretty
Oh
much.
my god, he didn't
Yeah.
even tell anybody. He's like, "Hey guys, here's how it was."
Here's this developer update on Steam. Oh yeah, the game's out tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, that was what it was. He goes, "Game drops tomorrow," and everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Stay
Like, I'm-
tuned for developer updates. Oh shit, it's done. All right, here you go.
Ah, fuck.
Enjoy.
Like
It's sold
that-
like hot
Oh,
because
yeah.
he did Five Nights at Freddy's 4, right? He did that, and then he immediately after that released the RPG game, whatever it's fucking called. I don't know. FNAF
Yeah.
World, whatever. And then he released the mobile because it was just a port to mobile, and he's like, "That's easy." And then everybody's like, "Wow, we really liked it." What? Sister location? What the fuck? And then he like threw that out of nowhere in December, and everybody's like, "Scott, I can't take it."
Like, Scott, calm
Calm
down.
down.
Calm down. Do you need a water,
Stop.
bud? Like,
And then
He's
it was just
like,
like the like FNAF 5 is like, here's all this nothing. Boom. Pizzeria Simulator. Boom, it's actually FNAF 6.
he emailed YouTubers. So his new game, his the Ultimate Pizza Night or the Ultimate Night or whatever it's called, where they have all the animatronics from all the past games in one, just for fun, right? So it was just like a little map that he did in like the he did it from the Pizzeria Simulator, and he brought all of them in, even the cheap knockoff ones that didn't have a place in his fucking game. He brought those in too, and he didn't even sell it on Steam. He first gave it away to YouTubers who play Five Nights at Freddy's, and then the day they started streaming it, he put it on Steam. And I was like, "This guy's a genius."
And it was
it's
This guy's
actually
free, I
really
think,
good.
too.
It is. It's free, isn't it? And he's just like, "You know what? I got all this extra footage and shit." And he did like animated specials for it, and they had like mini games inside of it, and special voice lines and Easter eggs. And you're like, "Damn, Scott, this is a free game? Fuck me." And you
Yeah.
didn't even tell us you were making it because he knew that if he was on Twitter and he's like, "What if I made a game with all of the animatronics in it?" Everybody would have fucking broke the internet and would have been like, "Yes, give it to me." And he knew it. He knew his
Like,
audience.
it's like,
And he knew if he just gave it to the YouTubers as a promotional video game and then having YouTubers load it up thinking it's a demo and then ending up being like this huge fucking game, they'd be like, "Oh shit, I got live stream this." And then they live streamed it and he dropped the game.
yeah.
So
Like-
it was
like-
phenomenal.
Like, I
was
totally feel,
phenomenal.
yeah, because I totally feel like he knows how to work the whole element of the surprise thing. Like, he just knows people like that. He knows how to basically surprise people and just be like, "Oh, hey,
Well-
here's a game."
God, I hate to say it, but his
Yeah.
lack of communication is somehow the best communication a video game company could have.
It's because he's so cryptic and it plays into the lore.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
oh,
look
yeah.
at that, not only does it play into the lore, he's cryptic, and people love that shit. I mean, you look at Gravity Falls or fucking.
Oh,
there was
yeah.
there was like a
Yeah,
child
Gravity Falls.
game show. It was where they went into like a temple, and there was all these puzzles. And the best part is the game creator was like, only 10% of the puzzles have been solved before they canceled it. And I was like, that just pisses me off. You had 10% of the fucking puzzles in that temple,
Yeah.
and only 10% before the game creator, before the executives were like, "Oh yeah, we don't really like this." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you. This is a great show. This is great." Yeah,
Yeah, no freaking, yeah.
that's great.
Ah.
I think Pokemon and Nintendo have tried where they're like, "Hey, come in next week and see the special surprise."
I
Oops,
think, yeah.
surprise! It's a third-party game that nobody's gonna play. Oh, well, you gave us a whole week for this 5-second trailer. Great. Why the fuck you do that? Why you
It
create
also
this hype
doesn't.
game? I don't know. Or they
It
had
also
a
doesn't
they had
help
a direct
people.
last month. They had a direct this month where it was they were advertising it as third-party games, right? And
A
everybody's
third
like,
party partner.
Yeah.
Or
and they're like, but here's the thing: that
Oh, no.
in the original live stream, they're like for third-party games, and everybody's like, okay, so third-party games, and they had all these partner games from fucking. Everybody's like, well, what if Mega Man shows up, or what if all this shit shows up? Like, do you mean like Capcom's gonna have a new game? Like, what the fuck? What the hell is third-party? Third-party partner? Just third-party?
well, the
Indie?
third parties are like
What?
the
It ended up
like
being
the people
something-
who said like hey, we all support the Switch, so it is like the Capcoms, the FromSofts,
But
the indie
everybody-
developers, and all that.
didn't know that, right? Because the internet was like, "What are they talking about? They're talking about indie, third party partner. What are they? What do we get? What are you hyping up this week?" And nobody was impressed. By the way, nobody cared for that. I didn't.
Oh,
see
no,
very much of Other than the new
I
Super
think my
Smash Bros. Don't know, guys. There's a lot of rumors about what is going to be Smash Bros. Characters for next year. Just saying. Only because they used I forgive me, I'm not a Smash Bros. Player. Meme.
I think
What the
it's
fuck her name is?
N.Y.N.M from
Yeah, she was a
Arms.
ghost. So she was one of the characters that showed up in the background as like a non-player control. So she's the first ghost character to be in the game. So everybody's losing their fucking mind that she was an NPC and now she's a game. And you got all these other characters like Wario, fucking Waluigi, some Metroid guys, some Animal Crossing dudes who are also ghosts who now have a potential of showing up because they've opened that door. So now
Wario's already a
everybody
character, by the way.
is he a character in the new Smash Bros?
Wario? He's been in Smash Bros for about 2 games, 2 or 3 games now.
Like I said, I don't play the game. But the point is those NPCs that show up in the background that you can't normally play, but they just show up as like an item or something like that, like the Pokeball.
Yeah.
One of them just became a character. So now everybody's like, oh, see, now we're having more opportunities.
And everyone went, oh my god, Gino's coming in, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not happening.
It's hilarious. It's so good.
It's
People
like
still want fucking Waluigi, man. I don't understand.
I would play him, but I know for a fact it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it also doesn't help. This tweet is like the embodiment of Nintendo fans are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was a reply to their whatchamacallit. It's just a GIF.
Oh, it's just a GIF.
But it's just like this was them announcing the partnered Switch. All these at Nintendo of America, months of silence, #Nintendo, all these now make way for joy and hype. The Nintendo Direct's finally here, and then they list Zelda, Mario, Xenoblade 3, Metroid, Bravely Default, Kingdom Hearts, Persona, Smash, Sonic, Doom, Bayonetta, and like this is all like third party.
Yeah. And
There's,
none
like,
of that was announced. Just throwing
none of
it
that
out
was
there. We
None of
got
that was announced.
0,
But there's like
zip,
4.
not even
it's
a
like-
new Monster Hunter game. Just nothing.
my God.
Absolutely nothing. And
But it's like
everybody
4 of those were all like main things. Like, and you see why people call Nintendo fans the most stupidest and
Honestly,
self-entitled.
To be fair, I follow a Twitter page called Poorly Aged Things. I love it so
Oh
much.
yes, I love those.
Love Poorly Aged Things. He's like, can we have a world record for the fastest, most poorly aged tweet? And it was somebody going, Pokemon Smile, your fans want a new fucking Pokemon Snap game. Nintendo shit. And I'm like, wow. If he had just waited 10 fucking minutes, he wouldn't be eating his words because it's a new thing. And Poorly Aged Things tweeted, he's like, can we get a world record for the worst, fastest, like the quickest poorly aged tweet in the history of Twitter? Can we do that? And I was like, yes.
The history of the world, probably. Like,
That was
jeez.
good. That was
No.
good. People who impulse tweet, that's a Nintendo fan.
Oh yeah.
It's
Pretty much, they don't think.
and I'm the same way. I do the same thing with Pokemon. You guys could probably look up in Discord for like the past 6 months and figure out that I'm a very
Type in Pokemon on the search bar and see how many of them are Brody.
Let me see. Hang on a second. Control F.
I mean, oh,
One, that one. Oh,
oh,
you misclicked.
Wow. Wow, that just fucked up my window capture a little bit, but that's totally alright.
It's all Michael and Brody.
Mike and Brody.
Yeah, the first comment here from the newest is "fuck percents in Pokemon makes 0 sense."
Yeah.
It's true.
You see like 2 of me and like a few other pages from me like going, "Hey Brody, what's this?" And that's sort of it.
10/30, 2016, or that time Acacia sent us the Pokemon Omega Emerald theme.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I love that.
I also like how when you search, it gives you like the context of what was said in between.
Oh, it's so good. I like the one we were contemplating about the new stadium, which is never going to happen. We said the same thing about Snap, so we'll see.
Yeah. Oh man, fuck. What do we?
I mean, they
on the-
have the thing for it, so my was like, oh, this is also like a really dumb.
17. I'm done control Fing. I'm done. 17 pages. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
But it's also like,
Uh,
I'll just say this because it was a weird dream I have. Nintendo doesn't even need to make another Nintendo Pokemon game for another. They could make it another year
The amount of
ahead.
games they announced,
They could just
even
do,
though
hey, DLC plot. Hey, here's 2 DLCs that are just called plot.
yeah,
Because I had a dumb dream, and that's what it's like. And it's just added story for Sword and Shield.
you know what? And honestly, everybody be like, but it's not a Gen 4 remake. And I'll be like, well, fuck you anyway. They lost half their staff to COVID. They split their staff in like 8 different parts to work on Smile, Coffee. They fucking teamed up with a new company to make a League of Legends Pokemon game. They had Pokemon Snap. They got Sword and Shield. They got Sword and Shield DLC 1, Sword and Shield DLC 2. Who the fuck has time to
Holy
sit down
shit.
in front of their computer and work on a Diamond and Pearl remake? All right? I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
In what fucking world, now that we've seen this, in what fucking world are we supposed to be mad at Nintendo or Game Freak for being not busy enough to fucking deal or put in the whole Pokédex of Sword and Shield? When they said that they didn't have time to do the whole Pokédex, I was like, they're not lazy. They're working on something. Because there's no excuse. Nintendo, for every Game Freak has come out with for Pokemon, they have taken the time to add little fucking details to everything. And they can't do it for Sword and Shield. It's like, but why can't they? In what fucking world would it have where Game Freak wouldn't be able to work on all these things? And we've seen it. They have 9 new games, guys. And even though they are apps, like they are shit apps that I'm never going to use, like Smile or Sleep or any of that garbage, it's still programming time. They don't just magically fucking rip some pube hairs out of their pants, rub it on the keyboard, and there you go, you got your game. It takes way more time than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Just saying.
the problem with like this happens with like every person who plays video games. Nobody understands how to make a game unless, of course, you make the fucking game.
Oh yeah.
God. Oh, yeah.
It's so
Like,
bad.
I will bitch to the
Final
end of the earth
Fantasy.
about
God.
things, but for
It just-
fuck's sakes, I will never like send like a tweet at like the developers and be like, "You fucking lazy sons of bitches," and it's like, "Fuck you."
I shouldn't say that because I have tweeted at some developers with stupid questions. Like the other week, I asked Deep Rock Galactic where tankers are for our drinks.
Oh, well, that's different.
They came out with T-shirts. And I was like, "Are you guys doing tankers too? I'd buy like 8 of those. Fucking come out with tankers. Let's collect them right now. I got all sorts of tankers collecting. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not like, yeah, fuck you guys. Where's your game? Fucking, I need to play it today.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's like the same with like the Final Fantasy 14 developers. People are complaining that they don't have all this, like, quality of life stuff added to it. I'm like, they're working on like a 6-year-old engine, guys.
Fuck, it's
They
the
could
reason why
they could click one thing, and the whole servers could break for 2 days or a
Like,
week.
why they don't have the glamour stuff
Yeah.
in more locations is because
Yeah.
they like in a interview or whatever they're like, no, if we did that we'd break the game. It's barely functioning as it is.
I think he literally said, yeah.
And
If we had it other places.
I follow some 14 players. Like, I don't watch them, obviously, but they do play it and they tweet about it. But I also follow a lot of, like, the Dungeons & Dragons Online game stuff. And they are fucking, this year, Dungeons & Dragons Online cannot keep their servers up for more than a week. And I'm like, dude, that game's dead. That server is fucked. You need to make a second game or just accept the fact that that is not going to be able to survive in the coming years. Like, there are certain MMOs where I think the reason why they did the number crunch in World of Warcraft is because they can change the server. Let's be honest. They can change their servers now. They can shut that down and be like, look, we got to do the number crunch and nobody likes not playing for the week, sorry. And then they can change their service. And they've done that before. They did it with the Burning Crusade. And I want to say it was Pandora. It was either Pandora or whatever came out after Pandora that they did that for. And it was okay. But that's why their servers still run, right? Like, the graphics are the same, but they changed the servers. And at least I think they changed the servers. But these games like Lord of the Rings Online, DNO, Final Fantasy 14, fucking Neverwinter's getting there. It's getting old, guys. And those players don't want to be open-minded and be like, you know what, we'll wait the week so you can fix our servers so we can keep playing for 6 years. That's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing.
If they make DDO 2, by the way, I will give it a shot.
I'm telling you,
It's like,
they made Lord of the Rings Online 2. They made Lordo 2 because, and the game developer said that server was made in 1998. how the fuck are they supposed to run a giant, massive multiplayer game in a server that still runs off of like Windows XP?
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't
That's why
do
it's like,
it.
because the game. It's like the game just came out over here, Fantasy Star Online 2. That's an 8-year-old MMO. And
Yeah.
people are like, you can see it when you play it that it's still held together by stick and spit.
I mean, I
go back
played.
on my old DBO tutorials and puzzle things that I put on my guild website, and fuck me, I'm like, dude, these graphics look like somebody fucking turned on potato mode. And I used to run on high graphics, and I was like, I played some games. Like, I think Don't Starve Together and like Deep Rock Galactic has better graphics than this fucking shit.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be cartoonish.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. There are
And I'll
certain
say,
games. It's the same Neverwinter. There's certain like you
Oh my
people
God.
are starting to say it chugs. That game is starting to chug, and they're not liking it. So we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
wait.
I was. Star Wars: The Old Republic came on Steam like this week,
Yeah.
and like I gave it a shot, and I'm. It's
It came out
honestly.
when we were in middle school.
It came out in what was it, 2000?
When we were in middle school, I know that much.
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, release date December 20th, 2011. So that is a 9-year-old game, which honestly still looks better than
People
some
just
of the
need to accept the
newer
fact
stuff.
that MMOs just are not built to live for 10 years anymore. It's just not a thing.
No, they're really
weren't
not.
You say that, but Final Fantasy 11 is getting more story.
Going.
That game,
Listen,
that's like a
you can
12
add
or
to it.
15-year-old game.
You can add to it all you want, but you can't you can add all the
No,
storyline, quests and missions and new minions all you want, but you can't theoretically change the game. That's not possible.
I
Right?
also think
You
I
cannot
also
get
think
rid
the
of that old stuff because that old stuff is like the staple. You can add a new starting area, sure, but that old shit's still there. It's still in the game. It's still in the game.
oh no.
You're just adding on a bunch of baggage and shit and things that are going to slow it down. And for every little pixel, every skin, every armor piece, every whatever, every new function, every new move, every new class,
When your
despite
character
the fact
model
that it's new and you like it, new character model, it's another fucking gigabyte on their already dying server. So
Oh, yeah.
just think, if you can add all the stuff you want to it and it'll run smooth most of the time, but it's that running smooth most of the time that some people have problems with.
Well, exactly.
Well, I also think it's like Final Fantasy 11. It's like 15, 16 years old, but I think the multiplayer part I think has been shut down.
Yeah.
So it's just you're running on your own hardware.
Listen, that's
and you just pull updates, and I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So I mean that makes sense too. Fuck, we've talked for video game stuff for a little while. If it's all right with you guys, we're gonna change gears here.
Yeah,
So I wanted to
absolutely.
talk-
Let's go for some
Because
gear
we as
changing.
Canadians, as Canadians have some very interesting news that dropped both today
Ooh.
and yesterday. So the first thing is schools are full time in September.
Oh, okay.
About that, so schools are open full time in September. In Ontario, I don't know what's like in BC. I think they're the same. Last I checked.
Yeah.
So here it is. So you ready? So here it is. So kids who go from kindergarten to grade 4, masks are optional. They don't have to wear masks to school. It's optional, but it's mandatory for grades 5 and up.
Really?
And then they said that it's up to, but the teachers are in full mask uniform. Fucking, they got the plastic masks on because they work with multiple students. That's fair.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and here's what I don't understand, because we've all been to school, and I have younger kids, and siblings, and nieces and nephews.
Well, oh, so do I.
I'm very friendly to
Magikarp meme.
And for some reason, the government has this silly idea that kids are capable of standing 2 feet apart. Do you know the regular size of a public classroom? Try and put those desks 2 meters apart.
You can't. You can't.
It's
There's
not
really
like
no way. There's no way of doing that. Like,
not
You'll have to
like
split
can't.
classroom.
So then the school board union decided that they were like, well, the teachers don't have to wear all that fucking face masks and shit because they just stand up front any day. I'm like, name one fucking teacher who spends their whole day in front of that class for
Yeah, if you're just standing there, you're not being a teacher properly.
No, and not only that, elementary school teachers who have to put up with fucking kids are definitely not spending the entire 8 hours up front 2 feet
Yeah,
away
good
from their
luck
kids.
with
Not
a
because they don't
kindergarten
want to.
class.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's
good
not that
luck.
they don't want to, but sometimes as a teacher, you got to break up a fight or grab something or walk over and show them. Because some kids don't learn by fucking visual, right? You have to walk over there and show them how you did their work. They have to get close. That's teacher's job, is to be
Oh,
there and
yeah.
mentor them. And you mentor them by being close. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So it's dumb. Yeah, no, you're not even coughing, kid. Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
kids cough.
No freaking no, but like, yeah, because I don't know how it I don't know how don't know how it's gonna be with like my siblings and like when they're going back to school. But the thing is too is that they live in a small town as well, so there's not like super big classrooms at all. Like I can guarantee you, there's like probably classes of like maybe fucking 10 people, which isn't much of a big deal at that point. So
yeah, it's definitely
especially for my little brother who's going into grade 10, and then I've got a little sister who's going into grade 7. So I mean, it's kind of I don't know, it's really hard to really hard to say.
I got my little sisters come back to school too. So here's what else it is. So the kids have to wear their own mask, which is fine. It's fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send all the links to whatever we talked about today to Josh, so we can put in the description. There's like a whole news article on it. But,
Oh, fuck yeah.
It really is just fucking, it's just there. And the other thing for Canadians that just dropped today, and I'm not going to download it. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I'm not downloading this stupid app, is the COVID Alert app. So have you seen this yet?
That wasn't today. That was a while ago.
No. So it came out, but the government is now running it, right? Because it wasn't a government that made it. Our government didn't make this. So the government, our government, the Canadian government, made it themselves. Like they took it and made it again, and they posted it today. But it's the COVID Alert app that basically tracks all of our phones if we download it, and sends out an alert like, hey, somebody who you were within 2 meters like last week is now in a hospital and has COVID. You've been exposed. And I'm like, that's great. But why would I have somebody track my phone and then
You
have
can
it
turn off the tracking feature.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. It doesn't
Well,
matter. It's like, but that's the point of having it, though. That's what I mean. The point of having it is for you to have the safety on your phone, for your phone to be like, you were downtown in Walmart, and somebody in Walmart that day and that hour got sick, so stay inside. Stay home.
Well, and of course, I understand from like a safety standpoint in terms of like, you know, COVID and stuff. Like nobody wants to get COVID, and the last thing anybody wants to do is spread COVID and then have someone who is a lot older, like someone who's in their seniors or someone who's even younger, who's like who could also be vulnerable primarily to COVID. Like I can understand that from a safety standpoint, but from an actual privacy standpoint, that's just I respect.
You're already being tracked. Like if you don't think your people already know exactly what you're doing on your phone, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah. Oh
As a
no,
software
exactly.
guy, it's not that I'm afraid of the government tracking what I'm doing. It's the fact that if I have all of these options on my phone that track my location, there's just more options for somebody who isn't the government to follow.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
exactly.
about.
Well, and that kind of like segues into kind of like what I want to say, like TikTok, which is pretty much like the new Vine, pretty much is what was it? It's I think it's got some ties with like the Chinese Communist Party or something like that. So from what I heard is with the whole TikTok thing, or like since it's a China-based company, they have to either be run by the government or they have to allow the government backdoor access to it whenever the government sees fit. So, and of course they chose the latter option. So, which is it's finicky. So like
it's really nice to see that our government said it was optional too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm at least happy that there is an option to download it, of course, and that was the thing with the whole TikTok thing as well. Like I no longer have it on my phone. I mean, I used to. I'm sorry. Yeah, but freaking yeah, like I'm just happy that I mean, it's at least optional, because the last thing I want to do is have another option for other people other than the government to track me. So, especially if that thing does get hacked, because, well, with government stuff, they're not, like, it's not invulnerable to hacks. Like, nothing is really invulnerable to hacks. Like, somebody can go
Canadian
in and...
government, it's not that great.
I think it's just
we don't have a CIA and an FBI. I mean, we got things like it, but we don't have a CIA and an FBI. So like our technology protection is it's kind of garbage. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. It's pretty fucking shit. I rely on American and Norwegian software to protect my computer. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I bet you.
It's-
I bet you anybody from Norway can probably create a better software than Canadians can probably.
With that said, it's not terrible, and I'm not gonna download it, but it's there.
Yep.
And we're gonna move on to our next topic because we are kind of going on a little long. And I wanted to talk about this news article that I found a few nights ago because that's all I've been able to do is look at news articles because I don't have a computer. Is that cats is one of the first animals in the UK to test positive for COVID-19.
Oh,
I think
Christ.
all animals are able to get it.
You
It's just
get
they
it, but
can't
here's the thing.
transmit it to us, I
But
believe.
here's why this is big news, Michael, is because cats can now get sick from COVID-19. Is what they're saying.
Jesus.
No, nobody's died. Like no cats have died from this thing yet, or documented as a death. But they're starting to show symptoms like a cold, where they're starting to say, well, now COVID's actually having a minor effect on cats. So, cats are the first animal in the UK and the world that can actually suffer from it. Like not just carry it. I mean, we can carry anything. I can carry fucking polio all day long and not know I have it. But the point is, cats can get sick from it, and that's the important news. It's a rare event, apparently. And it's no cause for alarm, but it is kind of interesting to see that cats can in fact get a little cold from it.
Huh.
Nice to see how powerful this fucking thing really is, you know?
Yeah.
And the last topic I want to bring up, because the other one was kind of whatever. Here you go. The United States. Have you heard about this? The United States President, what's his face, Donald Trump,
Yeah.
the name who should not be spoken, is pushing for a delayed election.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
what a
heard
fucking
something about
surprise.
that.
Except for, I think, in their constitution or something. He still loses his job.
Oh, yeah,
and
he's still,
Yeah.
yeah, he still loses his job, which is weird. But he's delaying the election. I don't know why.
I think
his
he's
argument,
trying
the
to.
worst part is I can see his argument, but when it comes from Donald Trump, it's immediately just like I don't really think you thought of this, or I just think you're fucking bullshit. Because he's never done anything that I've trust, right? I'm not American. I'm not gonna tell
No,
people how to
yeah.
vote, but I've never trusted Donald Trump. And his excuse is because people cannot securely and safely vote. I'm like, see, that
Yeah.
that sentence is great. That makes sense to me. If it
Yeah.
didn't come from Donald Trump, I'd understand it. But it came
Yeah.
from Donald Trump.
He was told to say that.
Could have been
Yeah.
somebody from his party that
He's
said
the
it
same
instead of him.
guy fucking telling you to drink bleach
Yeah.
and fucking take pneumonia pills, which kill people.
Right. And
stuff
here's
like
what
that.
I think. I think
Pneumonia.
using Donald Trump's Twitter to say something that he obviously didn't come up with himself. I mean, I don't know. I don't work in the White House. I can tell you.
Oh, come on.
But I'm putting my money on he probably didn't come up with that idea
Oh no.
Was it-
himself.
Was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Well, guess what was trending on Twitter? For the funniest and dumbest thing.
Mhm.
Demon sperm.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because some doctor was like,
But
that's
anyways,
causes that.
I guess so. Demon
The
sperm.
pills and all that.
Demon
It was really
demon
weird.
Here's
sperm.
the exact quote. I have it. I pulled it off of Twitter. I actually pulled the Donald Trump Twitter. So don't yell at me.
I
With
mean-
universal mail-in voting, and then in brackets, not obscene voting, which is good. Bracket, comma, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent, in all caps, election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA, period. Shit, fragment sentence, I think. I don't know
Yes,
why he
very
ended it
much
like
so.
that. Delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote, and you fuck the grammar up on securely. You should have put another comment there. But I think it's, and then 3 question marks, some fucking reason. And I was like, see, it makes sense when you put it that way, because mail votes it's kind of sketchy. We all know that some people could be fucking grimy. I mean, nobody trusts the government to do anything right. So as soon as you're like, well, we'll have the mail people or the police officers or some take care of it, everybody's like, I don't know if I like that, because they technically work for you and they get paid off the same money. I'm not saying this, this is tin hat foil conspiracy, but it's
Yeah.
true. It's true that
It is
some
a
people
thing
would
that
do
has
it.
happened in the past, maybe not to any extreme degree, but people have, people in, government professions have fucked with either elections, property, things of these sorts, so they cannot be trusted to handle something as sizable as an election,
Oh yeah.
especially just based on that and only doing it
Well,
through stuff
not
like a
only
mail.
that, then you're having mail people, right? People who deliver mail, go to every single voter's house. Everybody who's voted has to tell you to come pick up this fucking letter now or put it in their mailbox, which means you touched it, right? And then the mail person, then who also delivers mail to everybody else in the city, has to then touch that mail, all of it, from all around the city, and fucking take it into one building where somebody else touch it. And I know that coronavirus isn't transmitted by disease, but we're supposed to be taking care of ourselves and not doing any shit like that. Like, we're supposed to be a little bit more careful. Why in the fuck are we having a group of people who already are too active with the community going around collecting all that shit? I don't know. It's kind of fucking
Well,
weird.
here's my sort of like theory. So if everything's pretty much online right now, why don't we just do that online? Just like a
'Cause
thought.
voting
Same
online-
reason as it's tamperable.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
tamperable.
A lot more easily. I mean, technically, voting booths, at least the ones in the States, are like the easiest things to fucking hack into. Like, seriously, you have to like open it up and click a button and then you're in. So, like, they're not safe anyways, but
they're kind of
Yeah.
really not meant to be safe.
No, that does. I guess that makes a lot of sense. So.
It's funny. It's just funny to see. That's all. It's great.
Yeah, a little bit. So.
And like I said, I like the argument that it's not a great voting year, but it's coming from Donald Trump. So now I just like, there's some part of me that's like, no, I don't know, man. Now I just don't trust it, or I don't want to believe it. And you know he didn't come up with that himself, because he's been fucking not wearing like he has a debate coming up, or like a presidential meeting or something for the public that you can go and ask Donald Trump questions and it's gonna relate to the election year, whatever. And masks are optional. Like, you don't have to wear a mask in the building where you're gonna
Yep.
fucking talk directly to the president. What?
there's also going off of his.
It's also Trump.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in
talking about
masks.
how smart he is when he did a test, which essentially, first of all, you're not going to take this test unless, of course, someone's worried about you. Second of all, this is the same test they gave to my grandpa, who had fucking Alzheimer's to the degree that he didn't even fucking remember us.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I'm a smart person, because they had to like say, tell me this. Okay, what did I just say? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a smart individual.
No, he isn't. And
So
the fact
he did not
that,
say this himself.
like the fact that he actually became president in the first place just freaking blew my
Oh, I
mind.
can see that. I can see how he became president, but
Yeah. Like, it just blew my mind at first because originally
oh yeah, no, I
thought,
think it
like,
blew everyone's mind. But
yeah.
he has more supporters. We'll just say, especially with between the two, Hillary and Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Hillary
had
Trump.
actual supporters where everyone else, with Hillary, was just like, I just don't want to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
So the people who actually support Trump, which are, real people, and are stupid and fuck, some of them are, but like, he has a lot more support than Hillary did.
Oh yeah.
So I don't agree with any of it, but it was very much to people a lesser of two evils.
Yeah. Well, of course, yeah. I absolutely, in the
That's
same
all-
way, I
all
don't
election.
disagree with it at all. So. And all that. Holy, what do we have for time? 1 hour and 14 minutes. Holy.
We've done a great job talking today. I guess this is what we get for not having 3 weeks of content. Hang on, let me check.
What happens when we just like fuck off for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, no. Well, the last
Back
thing
to
I want
school,
to.
grade, the app. We talked about that. We talked about cats. Battletoads. We talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, oh,
Fuck yeah, I'm actually. I mean, I'd buy that game. I mean, I'm pretty.
I'm gonna look at it.
I would totally play it on my Twitch channel if
What?
Battletoads.
Yeah.
Battles up.
Oh no, I gotta look for that sort of stuff.
Amanda decided to not show up on probably the most talkative part, but that's okay.
Honestly,
It's
that
not
I mean,
her fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she's
of
having
course.
medical issues.
yeah, of course, medical issues, and we hope that she gets better. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely. So hopefully she'll be back for next podcast, and hopefully it's not something serious. So
I also
With
think
Amanda,
the,
it probably is.
for those who bothered to listen until this point, which I doubt they have after even bringing up politics for 5 minutes. Um, I believe this episode is gonna go up on other places other than YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, hi, we're normally from YouTube, and we've done like 12 other episodes or how many ever it is. And not great. I can be totally honest and say that we've definitely hit a rough patch. So
oh yeah,
I mean, we
our
are also
sound,
just starting.
yeah,
I know we're just starting, so it's a work in progress. It
yeah,
definitely is.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you to anybody who did listen. And if you're not from YouTube and don't want to go to YouTube, that's fine. You can follow us on whatever platform we are on now. I don't know how many we're going out to, if it's one or two. I got like 4 or 5 down that I want to start posting to. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
thanks so much.
Links to all of our socials will be in the description. Maybe not so much Mike, but
Hey,
whoever has
hey,
social
hey,
hey, we haven't included you in the Google Docs yet, so we can promote.
Well, I don't think Michael posts very much, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he's.
I don't really use social media that often.
If Michael has or creates a social media in the future, it will be in the Google Doc.
I have one,
Same with Amanda. I'm telling
but
I
it's
can't-
mostly just for viewing.
Amanda could fucking make some real money online. Just saying. But
Yeah.
I don't know. She's funny at playing games. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
So come on, Justin. I mean, one of you guys needs to buy a Sea of Thieves. Play with us.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to
With
fucking
what
stream it if we can
computer?
get 4.
With
Oh, I
what
know.
computer?
I
The one
know,
you
but-
shoved up your ass right fucking now, apparently.
I guess
Oh,
so.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has actually been a pretty good podcast. Pretty eventful 3 weeks of shit. Oh my god.
Just
And all
gonna
that
just have to make sure we do some homework on what we want to talk about
Yeah.
for future podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so hope you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you guys in the next episode.
Yep, thanks for watching.